Welcome to my channel. Here I talk about lifestyle, faith, career, relationship, and a whole lot of other things. I'm Fumi Ibitoye and I'm glad to have you join me today. So today I'm going to be talking about personal succession planning. Succession planning is one of those terms that are usually thrown around in corporate organizations, right? But today we want to talk about your own personal succession planning. That is how you are deliberate to ensure that when you leave a particular place or position, the work continues effortlessly. So let's take a trip back to my undergraduate days. I was an executive in the fellowship. I was the secretary. And before I was put in that position, my predecessor was very excellent at it. It was like second nature to her. So by the time I was elected into that position, I was so focused on doing it the best way I could, to ensure that there were no gaps. But I didn't pay a lot of attention to training somebody else to continue after I left. The time came for me to graduate and for someone else to be elected to fill in the role. And I was asked if there was anyone I could recommend to take over the position. But I had no one in mind because I had not been deliberate about training anyone to fill in that role. Now let's fast forward to 2015. I got a job in a corporate organization and I spent the first few years mastering the job so well that it became second nature to me. But I knew that a time would come when I would have to leave the organization. So what I did was to start training others, ensuring that everything I knew, there was one or two other people who could do that thing or who knew it as well. So I will train someone and they will be moved to another team, or I'll train someone and they'll get another job in another organization and leave. But I didn't allow that to discourage me. I continued to do my job so well and to continue to train whoever I had the opportunity to. The year came for me to leave and someone was added to my team that year. I trained her, I taught her everything that I could, and I bowed out gracefully. Now, why is this important? Because an organization is a going concern, and you're not a success if you leave and everything crumbles. Your success is measured by the ability of that thing you're doing to continue to survive after you leave. Now, it's not in your purview to determine whether or not that person is giving your role after you leave, but you ensure that you have passed on what you know to someone else before leaving. Now, this is not only applicable in the organization, but also in the family. So, a little gist. Last week, I took a trip for about a week, and I left my husband and my 2-year-old daughter back at home. But guess what? They were absolutely fine. Like, absolutely fine without me. Because we had ensured that both of us knew how the running of the home and the care of the kid goes in and out. So, whether or not one partner was available or not, whoever was available was able to take care of things. It didn't mean that it was not stressful. Single parenting is stressful, whether for a week, for a month, a year, or even more. However, did they know what to do? Yes. Could they run things? Yes. Many people were shocked. How do you leave a 2-year-old child with the father? Well, we did it. We were fine. So, I was hoping that this would encourage you to stop hoarding knowledge. Yes, stop being a hoarder. Share what you know. Teach others. That is what makes you a true leader. So, thank you for tuning into my channel. If you like what you hear, like, share, and subscribe. Cheers.